when you're like, that's your work spouse,
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, there's only one spouse and that's me and I'm the wifey. I'm the spouse.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Real and Relatable podcast. I'm Ma.
I'm AJ.
My name is Cash.
And before we get started, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. So we are all corporate girlies. We have been in the corporate world for a very long time. for a long time. So we wanted to spend today's episode talking about the corporate world. I want to start off with first the viral video that I saw on TikTok.
Okay.
So I'll tell you guys what it is. So this girl, she goes to an interview and she shows up into the interview with shorts. Not like trouser shorts where it's like longer to like your knee. It's like a shorter short.
Interesting.
And she
Not
was
professional shorts.
and it was button down. She did wear a button down top. So the top was fine.
Okay.
It was really short. But anyway, so she shows up to the interview. The recruiter is like, hey, do you want to reschedule your interview for another time so that, you can basically wear something more appropriate?
Yeah.
And so she was like, no. Like, she's basically like, no, I don't want to. I'm already here. Let's just do the interview. And the recruiter is basically like, no, let's
Trying to be nice.
yeah, no, let's just reschedule. Yeah. So then, of course, she comes onto TikTok and shows everyone her outfit. Like, this is what I wore. Is it inappropriate? Why, why did she say that? Like it's work shorts, right?
Yeah.
And so
there are no work shorts.
No.
Come on.
Okay, so yeah, that was my question. Are shorts ever appropriate for work?
No, not in corporate world. I mean, I don't even know if you want to do construction and you're wearing shorts either. Like, come on.
Construction's different. Okay, it's not the same.
But like any job environment, right? I feel like shorts is a casual thing. I don't know if it's because I was raised in a different generation or like we were being taught like when you go to interviews, even at work, you need to wear professional outfits.
Slacks, button down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Things that are long,
like even if it was trouser shorts. So trouser shorts are like the ones that kind of come down kind of above your knee, but maybe a little bit higher, but they look like trouser pants. It's just that they're shorts.
I feel like, is it like somebody wearing suit shorts to a wedding? Still suit shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouser shorts.
Yes.
I feel like that could work. But
Would you
needs
wear
to be long, like right by the knees or right above the knees.
Would you wear shorts to work though?
I've thought about it, but no. There's been times, but I mean, I'll wear dresses and I'll wear dressy skirts.
Okay.
Pencil skirts and things.
Yeah.
So there's been times where I was thinking, well, if the material is made out of the same jacket, like dress pants, it could work, but it needs to be by the knee. It cannot be really short.
I agree. Yeah. That's unprofessional.
Trust me, I really want to wear shorts to work. I just can't get myself to wear them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of the generation that we grew up with, where we're like, like you couldn't wear spaghetti strap, had to be 3 fingers.
Yes. We never could wear
Even
spaghetti
to high
straps.
school, they wouldn't let you wear spaghetti straps.
Yeah, your shorts, your skirts had to be like 3 fingers.
Correct. I forgot the 3-finger rule. Yeah, 3-finger rule.
It's like, did I get traumatized by that and I can't wear stuff? So even when I wear dresses for work, they all are like either past my knee. And if I do happen to wear something shorter, I always wear like a cardigan or a longer coat over that's longer than my knees.
Okay.
So I'm like, am I a prude?
Well, I mean, I would agree with you because even at my workplace, when I was working inside the retail space, we couldn't wear sleeveless.
We
We had to have a jacket over. So even for me, now I don't work in the retail space. When I have meetings on the web cameras, if I don't have sleeves, I still feel really weird. So I'll throw a jacket on.
Yeah.
It's just the way I'm trained.
Yeah.
Well, even for interviews, like I've always been told to have the 3-piece rule. Like you're supposed to have the pants, like a shirt, and then like
a cardigan
or a jacket or a blazer. And like I think it just used to be just blazer only, but now they're willing to make it more casual. Like you can add a cardigan now or a sweater, for the interview, which is I think being very nice, lenient. So I still believe in the three, style, 3-piece rule.
I mean, for an interview,
yeah,
you gotta go all out. I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm gonna wear a jacket.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear a sweater, or just a blouse.
Yeah.
That for me, that's just how I level up on my seriousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of how much I want the job and how professional I'm gonna choose to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they say is like it indicates how serious you are about the job. Correct.
And they also say dress for the role that you want even before you apply for the role. You got to start dressing like it in the space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I do agree with that. I think though this TikTok viral one, I feel like maybe people have forgotten what it's like to be in the corporate world or what it's like to enter the corporate world, because there are a lot of corporate jobs that are more lax now, where it's like everything's business casual or everything's like casual, and you can just wear whatever you want. Because I have worked in those roles. I have worked in companies where it was very casual.
Yeah.
Like jeans all the time, and
I think that's fine after you get like and they tell you what the rules are about your attire.
Yeah,
totally okay, But I think when you're going to go in for an interview, you need to have the 3-piece rule. You need to be wearing something that is serious and that reflects that you're about to interview and you take this job seriously. You know,
as I will say, as a hiring manager, when I'm taking applicants and they're giving me interviews, I care about how they show up. I care about how they're dressed. I care about their resume. I care about the little details, like the thank you email, all the traditional little things.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
If somebody's showing up and they're in shorts or, barely dressed for the role, it just shows that they really don't care. They don't really want it. And we want to know that they want to be there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
really want it.
Well, it's not necessarily that they don't care. I feel like they don't know corporate etiquette, right?
Right,
It's like, are you going to be a problem child, right? Are you always going to show up in inappropriate clothes where I'm now going to have to go to HR and now I have to have this whole discussion about, don't wear shorts that are too short, don't wear dresses that are too dressy or like too short, that's too revealing.
Yeah.
It's like, now are you going to be a problem child versus somebody who I'm like, okay, we can take you seriously.
Exactly.
You're going to do your job. I don't have to worry.
explain it.
I don't have to worry about that. With
I think I'm also very judgy too. Maybe this is the,
judgy.
But I do feel like I will start to think about like, well, what kind of person are they? Like, what is going on through their head that they feel comfortable enough to come in with just shorts or a casual outfit? I start wondering what their decision making is and if it's appropriate.
I feel like maybe the younger generation doesn't understand what is appropriate and what's not. Like we were taught it in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like the 3-finger rule, we were taught that in high school and we kind of just carry that over.
That was a propaganda we were taking in all the time.
Yeah. But now some of the things I see people wear in high school, I'm like, I could never wear that in high school. They would literally send me home. They would literally give me a big T-shirt to wear.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was taught to us at a young age. And even when you go out and interview for like the corporate world, they tell you this is what you need to wear. This is what I don't know if they teach that nowadays anymore.
Yeah, or like family members or older people who have had jobs. That's what they always told me. Like if I went to them and said, "Hey, can you give me some pointers? I'm getting ready for this interview. Like what do you think I need to do? How do you think I should prepare?" And they always talked about attire. Yeah. They always talked about how like, okay, you need to make sure you have slacks on, pants on, or a skirt that's longer, and then like a nice blouse, button up.
Yeah.
Those are the rules. A blazer, a cardigan. Those are kind of like the standard.
Do you think these rules only apply to corporate or like what if you're applying at, let's say, a retail store, or let's say you're a fashion designer, you're applying for a fashion design job.
Well,
do you think that the rules kind of change
it does change for creatives because even resumes for creatives are a lot more creative.
Yeah.
Resumes for traditional roles, like for example, like the financial industry, they don't really want you to be that creative, like bam, bam,
colorful.
Bam, bam.
It's
It's not like that because they're not testing for your creativity. So the creative space is a little bit different. But I do feel like if you are interviewing for retail or a creative space, if it is for like say marketing, advertising, there's probably room for more color, more splash,
Yeah.
more personality.
Yeah.
But I do feel like retail, if you're trying to be the manager of a Dior store, you know, or something, you still have to show up.
Yeah.
And be formal and come with it, you know.
Yeah.
Show your personality, but there's still that formality.
Yeah.
But I do want to add, I think that it doesn't help with the fact that, you know, it's not like to knock on certain generations or younger generations. I feel because my brother, he came and he graduated during COVID.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I feel horrible for him because after COVID and these 5 years flew by. 2020, 2019, 2020, and now it's 2025. So fast.
Yeah, he did.
And if you graduated 2019, 2020, my gosh, the economy has not been great.
Yeah.
Like it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
And then with COVID and work from home,
Yeah.
everything got less formal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everything got less formal. So
Right.
can we blame the people who never really had that structure?
Yeah.
They're coming out of
That's true. That's
high
true.
school. They're coming out of college. They never really had that.
Yeah. So then
Everything got
do you
lax.
think we need to like bring that back again?
They need interview training 101. I mean, you know, it's just. But the thing is, the workplaces also, they're having a hard time getting people to come back to the office.
Yeah.
They're having a hard time getting people to have. When's the last time you had a in-person interview?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I just. Who has that these days?
That's a very
it's
good-
All, it's all WebEx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you're doing interviews, you're still wearing a button up or like a
Yes.
blazer, even though
I
you're wearing
still show up.
shorts or whatever
Yeah.
underneath, right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you're still, the top half of you is still going to be presentable.
Yeah, you can wear shorts and boxers, but top half, you better put your jacket on.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe they forgot about that and carried that on into real life in-person interviews. You know,
That's why she wore shorts.
No.
Thank goodness she didn't wear boxers.
Yeah. I mean, I think she really thought that though. She was really confused. Like she was really confused as to
Yeah.
why, you know, she was.
Maybe I can't blame her.
Yeah, but the recruiter.
But she learned.
But the recruiter's giving you a hint.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I think
Take
we
the
should
hint,
reschedule.
Go home.
Yeah,
Yeah. But she was like offended by it. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, but don't be offended about it. She's saving you.
No.
She's saving you by telling you to go home and
Yeah.
reschedule. You know?
Yeah.
People cannot act entitled.
Yeah.
If someone's giving you a chance to go home and change or reschedule, don't act entitled and act like, you know, like you're upset.
Yeah. Like, don't insult me and my.
And you're
yeah.
entitled because, like, what's wrong with this? I'm already here. It's a hint. Like, honey, go home. She's giving you a second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go home and come back.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, what about corporate? Just when you finally get the job. What about when you get the job?
How do you keep the job?
yeah. What about when you get the job? What happens then?
Are you talking about appearance-wise?
Let's do appearance and just general like do's and don'ts. I would say for corporate, I don't know, this is just me personally. I don't overshare when I'm at work. Like,
Example, can you share an
like-
example of not oversharing?
yeah, like I keep my life very like, oh, how was your weekend? It was great. I went shopping and yeah, just had a relaxing weekend. That's all my.
You were just complaining about small talk.
yeah. I know. I'm like, that's my weekend. And every time someone asks me, yeah, it was just a nice, easy weekend. You know, I just cleaned and, you know, hung out. That's always my answer. You know, like,
So don't be like, yeah, so my daughter, I found
Yeah.
a guy hiding in her closet over
Yeah.
the weekend.
Yeah.
And we got to this huge argument.
Yeah.
It was a tough weekend.
yeah. Or like, damn,
You don't have to share that
I went
part.
out, I got wasted.
Don't
know, like,
don't overshare.
I had to recover the entire weekend. Like, you know, like those are a little bit too much. Trust me, I like hearing those stories. I just won't tell those stories. But you know, but just know that if you're gonna tell those stories, people are going to have a certain perspective of you. Like they're gonna have a certain image of like you.
That's
like
true.
like, oh, this girl parties
Yeah.
all the time, or you
I
know?
would agree. When I was younger and started out in my career,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned this in the past, but my old manager, I was a supervisor to his team, and he would go out and get wasted with the team. You know, I think I mentioned it maybe once a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I just remembered everyone went out drinking after work because we worked the second shift.
Yeah.
And we clock out like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Everyone went out to go get wasted with the boss. And then the next day, people would call out and the boss would be like, okay, great. All these people called out, and he knows why, because they all got wasted together.
Yeah.
So to me, I remember seeing this, and as somebody who I was in my early 20s, even I thought I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never go get wasted with my team. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know? So there's got to be some boundaries there.
Yeah.
So that's one thing as a leader. You have to have boundaries. I will add my employees as Facebook friends or IG friends only after we stop working together.
Okay.
After, we could be friends.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
before that, nope, we're not friends.
I
And
agree.
I block them.
Oh,
If I see them, I'll like, oh my gosh, block. I block people. won't
I
do it.
agree,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to the workforce and you're working with them.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to
And
be
if
friends
you're
with
in a
them.
leadership role, like, I don't need to see your stuff. I don't want you to see my stuff.
Exactly.
I will
Yeah.
say those are really great stories though. When people go out and get wasted, those are the best stories to hear about. I mean, I would
But
never
as
participate in it.
coworkers, not really. But as like maybe friends, you know. But I've gone to where work parties and they do get plastered, and then the gossip starts talking about what kind of personality they
gets
have,
awkward.
yeah, or like how a person starts to become creepy, like, and then they start feeling this person's creepy all the time, like, so it sets you up. Just having a certain
So don't be that
personality.
person, but it's great to hear those stories.
Just avoid.
The stories are good, but that's about it. The stories are good, but don't be it. Don't partake
So
in
the
it.
stories are good, but don't be in the story.
yeah.
Stay out of the
Don't be
story.
the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Like I don't do that. I tend to not really drink at work events either.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I like to be sane. I don't want to.
Maintain composure.
Yeah.
I don't want at any point in time slip up because I know what I'm like when I really, really, really drink. You know.
Yeah.
And you're in HR.
Yeah. Words start slurring. I start saying things. Cuss word starts coming out. He's like, no, let's just.
We're gonna fire her.
Yeah. Like,
Let's not let
Yeah.
people know how fun Ma is.
yeah. Let's hold back because I might have to fire myself. Okay. I have to let myself go in those situations. But I was gonna say, do you guys have like what they would call like, I guess, work friends, work husbands? Have you guys ever had any of those?
What do you mean, like they're dating each other or married?
No. They call them like your work husband, your work spouse, because you're like really, really good friends. And
They're dependable.
Yeah, and you.
Oh, like your best friend at work?
Yeah, basically.
But why would you say spouse? Like
It's opposite sex.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has to be opposite sex?
For a work spouse, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've never heard of that.
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah.
Work spouse?
It's a corporate link.
Yeah.
But so like it has to be opposite sex?
It's always opposite sex.
Correct.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be same if they're both like LGBTQ or whatever too.
Yeah, but one of my older jobs, like it's my first corporate job I ever got, and we were all the same age. So me and the people that I worked with were all the same age, all on the same stage, basically same stage of life. And so those two were what we consider a work spouse. Nothing sexual. It was very platonic, but they bickered like work spouse.
Oh,
like
interesting.
they bickered like spouses.
Do they consider themselves work spouses
Yes,
too? Okay.
yeah, and they big like work spouses, but then like but then she knew his wife like very well, and like if something was to happen, or like let's say we were setting up a surprise birthday, she would help set it up because it was a surprise birthday for him. So they called each other work
weird.
spouse. Yeah,
That is weird.
but it was completely platonic. I know it's completely platonic
I
because
get it,
I was in that
but,
group.
Girl, if my husband at his company, no matter how unattracted they are to each other,
No, how platonic it is.
yeah, it doesn't even matter if the whole company knows like that's Emily,
your work
my
spouse.
husband's work spouse. I'd be like, what kind of nickname? Why?
Yeah.
What? I don't.
I'm surprised you've never heard this.
I've
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of best friend at work, Like,
Yeah.
who's your best friend at work?
Yeah.
I've heard of that. But I've never heard of, like, work spouse. And
No, they
as
call
a,
it work spouse.
As a wife, I wouldn't feel comfortable
Yeah.
with someone giving a female that title to my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
a lot of cheating allegations come out of the whole
Well,
work spouse
yeah.
thing too, but there are certain situations where there actually are completely platonic, and it is all just but yes, but
all innocent,
it is a real thing. It exists a lot in the corporate world.
I think it should not exist.
I'm
I'm sorry. Like, why would you want your husband or wife, unless you guys are not husband? You guys are actually husband and wife in the corporate world.
I think it's also because you spend like what 8 to 9 hours a day
Correct.
at work,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Which is
we're
long.
family,
Yeah.
but then when you're like, that's your work spouse,
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, there's only one spouse, and that's me, and I'm the wifey. I'm the spouse. I'm the spouse.
So territorial.
No, so it's like, why do you? I know it's supposed to be cute.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to be innocent and cute,
Yeah.
and they don't really like each other.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm just like,
I can see Cass showing up to her husband's work event, and
so
they're like,
who's your work spouse?
and you can
Where's
hear
Emily?
yeah. Let me meet this Emily.
It's just I've never
Yeah.
heard of it. It's
Oh
really
yeah,
weird.
I'm surprised
I've
you
never
haven't.
heard of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
It's a corporate term.
Yeah, if you're explaining it to me, I don't know. Like, I come from, maybe where I come from is really uptight, so we don't
Oh,
use terms like that.
I'm sure there's work spouses at your workplace.
They don't throw that
Yeah.
term around. I've
Yeah.
never heard it.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Never
heard it, yeah.
It exists.
Yeah.
It's there.
yeah, I get kind of weirded out too, because like currently right now, my my boyfriend, not my current boyfriend, my boyfriend.
Good.
But he's brought home food that people have packed for him, and their coworkers. Now, both male and female have done this for him, and I'd be like, why did they pack you food? Why
Are you talking about her being territorial?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
look at you.
I know, but
I think that's sweet. I think
Yeah.
that's sweet.
yeah, but I was like, but did they pack it for anyone else? Like, why did they pack it for you? Well, my question, the reason why I wonder that is because I start to wonder, what are you like maybe lacking, or what is it that you're doing that they feel like they have to give you food or pack you food?
Maybe they're just being nice.
Yeah, that's what he says. They're being nice, and because he helps around a lot.
But you're thinking, wait, they're not. It's not a factory where they pack for everybody.
Yeah, like what's
how
I
do
think
you
it's more
get chosen?
menacing. Like, more no, but I'm just like, I just wonder, like, why are they doing that? Because I think it's just a work spouse kind of work thing going on, you know? Like,
it's just being nice,
probably. But I would never just cook a meal and
But
then give it to my coworker.
Maybe he's just one of their favorite persons.
Possibly. I mean, that might be correct too, you know. But
because your boyfriend, he's also very caring.
yeah.
And very thoughtful.
Yeah, he
very
is.
kind.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
considerate.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah,
true.
maybe they're just being nice to him. Leave him alone.
You're not his spouse.
They're not supposed. I'm the only one who should be cooking. They're taking over my territory.
Well, you can go to the workplace and pack it for him.
Yeah. Like, do I need to start sending you with mountains of food so they know that you are being fed?
He's well fed, okay?
Okay, exactly.
Stop packing food for him.
So, like, that's what I'm starting to wonder, you know?
Maybe you should be like, oh yeah, my man is so kind at work that everybody loves him.
Yeah.
They want to pack him food and take care of him.
That's cool. Whatever. That's cool. Whatever.
Less work for you.
It is less work. I don't have to worry that he's gonna die or anything. Starving.
Yeah, exactly. He'll always be fed, even if it's not by you.
Yeah.
AJ's
Other
like,
people
that does not sit well with me.
Yeah. I own that area. I'm sorry.
Wait, is it mostly women coworkers or?
No, it's fair amount. So it's either men and women.
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
So they'll pack food and say this was leftovers, or this was a meal that we had cooked, and like, here, I'm sharing it with
After
you.
potlucks?
No.
Oh, it's not potlucks.
No, it's like they will bring it from home. Like they will cook and they will make him an actual.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
like,
so
clean
nice.
him.
That's really nice.
I don't know. I think there's some boundary issues there, but whatever.
That's really nice.
Like, okay, maybe I've never had anybody come give me food and
true.
plant me food.
All
but
right, AJ, I will cook and bring you some food.
No, but I'm
It's
just
not the same.
I mean,
Mom.
do you just-
You don't work with her.
yeah, exactly.
No. I'm very work is work. I'm very home is home. Like
Yeah.
I don't really make work friends. This is how
I separate the
This
two.
is how antisocial I am. I don't have work friends. Okay, I have work people, but I've only one time made work friends. But again, it was the same people that
Only one time.
Yeah. Well, where we actually hung out outside of work.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a work event, or it wasn't like a
That
work
happened when
happy
I was
hour.
younger too.
It was there was only one time I actually had work friends outside of
Like one person or one company or one time.
the two that I called them, they were work spouses. The three of us were friends, and we hung out outside of work too.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the only time, but I feel like it's because we were the same age. We were kind of in the same stage of life. We were kind of in the same-ish roles. So that's why I think it worked. But most of the time I'm usually the only one in my role, and then I have a manager, and I'm not about to be my manager's friend. I mean, I'm cool with them. They're a great manager, but we're not going to hang out outside of work.
But they say like that's probably the best thing is to be friends with your managers if you want to get promoted. Like, do you think that do you find that's true? That you have to be like a friend to a manager so they can give you a leg up?
No.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've never been like BFFs with my managers or anybody.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm so anti like riding coattails or ass kissing. And not to say that somebody who befriends their manager is doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm so hyper aware of not doing that sometimes I get in my own way of allowing myself to be a friend.
Yeah.
I get in my own way.
Okay.
So I haven't explored that.
Yeah.
That's a good theory
Yeah.
and idea.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What, are you guys friends with your coworkers? Like friends like outside of work?
Yeah, I'm friends with my coworkers. When I was younger too, and then right now because we're kind of working on like non-traditional hours, it's a bit difficult to kind of hang out outside of work hours because when I'm not working, they're working, and then when I'm on shift, they're not on shift. So we just kind of talk and hang out.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I would say it does make work a little bit more bearable. It
is.
when you have
friends.
when you have work friends, because then you
But you have to trust them too.
yes,
And they have to be trusting, right?
Yes, because you can't have them as a work friend, right? And then you spill them all your secrets and all the stuff, and then you find out they go to HR and tell them
the whole lunchroom knows.
Yeah, exactly. They spread the rumors. Like I think I've been burned at least once.
Yes. So that is an important advice. Like, yes, you should have work friends, but you also have to understand that you can't trust everyone at work.
Boundary.
Yes.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't overshare despite having like work friends too. I think that if there's some things that are still very personal and things that that if you were to share it in the work, like it's going to spread. Because naturally it's just going to spread. Just understand that your friend is not going to keep their mouth shut. If you're gone for the day, they're gonna be like, yeah, they totally lied and they're not really
wasted.
sick. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like then your boss is gonna be like, well, then I'm not gonna allow them to have that PTO next time. So you can get into trouble like that.
I've never been friends, like hang out with anybody that I work with. And I think for me, because I work in a male dominated industry, it's usually, for me, it's like each man for themselves or each person for themselves.
Yeah.
So when I go to work, I'm just really there to work.
Yeah.
Even though I have people, I have partners. I have partners that I'm really cool with, and we get along. And I have had, partners, we're on the same level, and we do hang out after work, back in San Francisco. But my direct reports, never. And I have direct reports, and, one of them is really sweet. She's like, we're friends, right? Like, Cash, I feel like we're friends, I respect you, but we're friends, and she's the sweetest.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, of course we are, but there's that boundary.
Yeah.
There's always that boundary.
Yeah, you're still her manager. She's still your direct
have
report.
to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I did hang out with somebody outside of work, but that's different. because she was visiting from she was visiting our office from out of state, and
That's different.
for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know anybody here, so
So you're kind of just touring her.
yeah, kind of like
giving
hanging
her-
out with her so that
Yeah.
she's not like
That was
doing
really
her
kind of you.
like doing her like being bored doing her own thing.
lonely or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I will say also, if you're at work in a leadership role,
Yeah.
or even if it's not in a leadership role, you have to know how to like differentiate between what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to share.
Yeah.
When people share, like if they are going through a divorce or they had someone pass in their family, you have to check yourself and have filters and
Yeah.
be careful not to share certain things.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know if they feel comfortable with, if they confide in you, you don't know if they feel comfortable with having that out there.
Yeah.
So you have to just be self-aware and not repeat things.
Yeah.
You know, when people confide in you, like
Yeah.
just be careful
Yeah.
and don't repeat things,
Yeah.
you know? I think those are just like best policies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel like we're giving them a corporate handbook. These are the rules you need to follow. The rules that you can't. You know.
Unofficial.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it's very helpful, right?
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
you don't have a mentor and you're needing like, just hints or tips,
Yeah,
this.
how to survive the corporate world.
Exactly.
Because it's like, not that I've never been burned by this, probably because I keep work very separate.
Same.
But I've heard stories of people who've been burned by their coworkers.
Exactly.
Because they're like, oh, this is my friend. They're so buddy, and then they share each other's secrets, and then before you know it, HR gets wind of it, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
someone gets fired, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, you should keep a really friendly environment and friendly workplace, but just remember that at the end of the day, these are also your coworkers, and everyone's being paid to do their job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yes, you can be friends. It's great. It would definitely helps your day go by much, much faster when you have friends.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I've never been burned because I don't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
do anything. It's
Yeah.
just really black and white by the book and boring.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
conservative. I'm very conservative.
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I will say though, something that you have to be careful about is just, I've never experienced this, thankfully, and knock on wood, I'm so grateful. But like, just don't do stupid things like sexual harassment or crossing boundaries or dating your direct report or like dating at the workplace. I'm sure each company has their own policies.
There's a very high percentage of people meeting their spouses at work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you're not their boss.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
A lot of the times it is.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That happens. That happens.
Some people, no, at least it depends on the workplace.
Yeah,
Every organization, every
Yeah.
workplace, they have their own handbook. That's different.
Correct.
Yeah.
But in my realm, you cannot date somebody you're managing.
Yeah.
Or you cannot date your boss.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
It can't be
You shouldn't,
direct.
yeah.
It cannot be direct. It has to
Yeah.
be parallel.
And it's sometimes written in their actual
handbook.
It is
handbook.
always written in
Yeah.
the handbook.
Yeah, but people do it all the time.
yeah.
Like I know, yeah.
You're not supposed to, but a lot of people do. I used to work at this job. I'm not going to say where, and it's not on my LinkedIn, so you can't find it.
You didn't report it.
Yeah. It's not, so you can't find it. But I used to work at this job where everyone was young. Everyone was in their 20s to late 20s, maybe a little bit early 30s. And it was just such a orgy fest.
Oh my gosh. Was it retail?
No, it wasn't retail. It was a corporate. It was a corporate job.
Okay.
What the heck?
Somebody was always sleeping with somebody. Somebody was married, also sleeping with somebody. Somebody was cheating on somebody. It's like it was all this weird. Yeah. So it's like, you know what, people, this is also a corporate world. Just remember that you are getting paid to do your job and go home. Okay. Yeah.
Nightmare.
Everything outside of that, that's on you. You want to do all that other stuff.
It's
that's
like
fine.
because you're gonna meet these people outside of, if you get fired from this job and you apply for something similar, later on you're gonna meet these people again, and they might be your bosses or they might be like somebody else who worked with you, and then they can tell their boss boss about what kind of person you were.
Yeah.
And you might not get hired because of that.
That is
the reputation.
That is also very true about the corporate world. Don't burn any bridges.
It's small.
Yeah. Like, even though as much as you maybe hate your boss, despise your boss, it's like you never want to burn that bridge. Just leave gracefully. Because you never know when that encounter is ever going to happen again. And that happens for the vice versa too. Like, those bosses shouldn't burn the bridges with you either, because you never know. One day you might be their boss.
Exactly.
So it's like, in corporate world, you really shouldn't be burning bridges.
Yeah.
Like, you should keep everything cordial.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was a supervisor, and my boss, she had a middle boss who was in between me and her. And even though I reported directly to her, but the middle boss had to continue to train me and be like my upper management. But I hated the middle boss because she just always told me what to do. She never explained anything. And she was just bossy, but she never explained why and how to. And she was very short and impatient. And so I would complain to my manager, the main boss, like, I don't like this. Like, I don't get taught what to do. I'm not learning. And so what my manager said to me was, you have to manage up. You have to learn how to manage up. Mm-hmm. You have to say, hey, these are the things I need from you. Yeah. Right? And I was like, oh, managing up. So that's where I learned managing up is when your boss is not doing a good job. You have to own your growth. Own what you need and manage them in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right? Okay, I will say this, though.
That's a good advice.
That's very irritating.
What?
It's very irritating to have to manage up.
It is irritating.
Because
but
like,
you have to sometimes.
It's like, how are they a manager if I'm managing up?
Right.
That's very irritating.
I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you. Absolutely. And, like, I'm experiencing something similar currently. And it's not anything horrible, but sometimes they're just overextended. Like, they just have too much on their plate that they're not able to show up because they have too much on their plate. It is irritating. Yeah. But it's something that we have to learn how to do.
Yeah.
Advocate for ourselves.
Yeah. And so that main boss, she also said, in addition to that advice, she also said, you never know. One day you might be her manager.
Yeah.
You just never know. And that's what happened. I wasn't her manager, but I got promoted to an equivalent of my boss. Yeah. And she would have been my assistant manager. So I got that promotion before she did. And it left a lasting impression on me, which was, absolutely treat people kindly, be humble, and be respectful. Because the person that you're working with or the person who works under you might be your boss one day. Yeah. So don't be an a-hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Corporate world is tough. But anyways, so before we wrap it up, I just want to ask one last question. Because we've been in corporate world for so long, would you say that you're happy in the corporate world?
For me, I am happy because I understand that this is the chapter I'm living right now. And even though it's not the meaning of my life, the things that I can take away from it are the ways that I'm continuing to grow and sharpen my tools and my skill set. And when I get to sharpen the tools and the skill sets that I'm still learning later, they're going to be something that I can utilize for other areas in my life. Yeah. So these are the experiences that I'm collecting. Okay. And I'm growing through them. And to me, it's rewarding because I get to coach and train my team. And that's how I feel happy, is when I can help them become stronger and they can get promoted, right? Yeah. And it's directly impacting the quality of life, their income level, right? And their children. Yeah. So to me, I find that satisfactory. But is it something I plan to do forever? No. Yeah. But for now, I understand that I'm grateful. Because a lot of people don't have the blessings that I have. So I'm not going to knock on it.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of people are out of jobs too right now.
Yeah. I think so. Right now, currently, I think so because there's a nice work-life balance that I'm able to achieve.
That's true.
So
You do have a really good work-life balance.
yeah, I do. So I'm pretty happy with that. So not a big deal. Yeah.
How about yourself?
I wouldn't say I'm happy and I wouldn't say that I'm upset. I think I'm content in where I'm at. I can't say that I'm happy. I would say I'm content. I definitely like it better than what I was doing prior to corporate. So prior to corporate, I was in retail management, which was just a whole nother disaster of its own. And I would never, ever work retail or customer service ever again because customers are the worst people to deal with. But that's a different story, a different time. I definitely don't want to be doing that. So that's why I say I'm content in corporate world. Not that I'm happy. I feel like it doesn't feel very satisfying to me. It feels like this is what I was supposed to do. Like, kind of like, you graduate college, you get a corporate job. This is what you're supposed to do. Get married, have kids. And, it's like
something responsible.
Yeah.
Okay. Not something that was passionate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that. Yeah, exactly. I'm not passionate about it, but I can't say I'm happy about it. I would say I'm content. Do I want to be doing it? No, I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom. But again, but who knows? Maybe I might be a stay-at-home mom and hate it and want to go back.
I just want to be a stay-at-home wife. How about that?
But one can argue. One can argue also that if you were to have pursued being a stay-at-home mom,
maybe I might be wishing to do the other.
You might be wishing like, oh my gosh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I feel like this is what I was supposed to do. And maybe I want to pursue a career because I just feel like I'm a mom. I'm doing the laundry. I'm taking care of the household. It's what I'm supposed to do. So I could see that argument too.
Yeah.
Where, like you said, you might be there and be like,
never mind.
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I want a career.
Never mind. Let me go back to corporate. So it's like you always want what you don't. Yeah. You always think the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, I feel like with jobs in themselves generally is like you have to understand you're just a number too, and you're not gonna get the passion that you would really want if you were to go out there and find out what that looked like, right?
Yeah.
Like a corporate job career is kind of just gonna take you one trajectory. Maybe help you get promoted, not promoted. Like that's the way it is. It's not like
unless you're really passionate about your job, then good for you. Yeah.
But here's the thing though, it's so subjective.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, what are we looking for? What makes us happy?
Okay.
Right?
Money.
Money for doing nothing. I just want money on a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but that's not how the world works.
I know.
So sure, like we don't want to be in the corporate world or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people might feel that way.
Yeah.
But even if you're an entrepreneur, it might be glorified because some people are grinding and an entrepreneur and they're working double the hours.
Oh yeah, they're working 24/7.
But they're making the same after taxes and paying their employees. They're making the same or less.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like subjective, right?
Yeah.
Happiness. What does that mean to each person?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is so,
maybe being content is happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
we have to find that answer for ourselves.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, if you're in the corporate world, if you're not happy, maybe it's just not in the realm where your talents are being of best use.
Yeah.
And it's just not tapping into your hobbies and your skill set.
Yeah.
Where you're the happiest and you're the most engaged.
And that's okay,
It is okay. It is okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that if someone is in the corporate world and they're not happy, that they should scratch everything and go be an entrepreneur.
Right. No, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
It depends on. Everyone has different definitions.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to look at life in a different perspective, right? Like, is this job in the corporate world helping you succeed in other parts of your life? Or is it making your life, like, is it more detrimental for you, you know?
Right. Is it making your life more miserable? Nope. my corporate life is funding my life, and that is great.
Yeah, that's why I have a nice life. Work balance.
So I have gratitude for that. Even though I may be just content, it still funds my life, and it is great. And I'm always going to be grateful for that.
Exactly. All your travel stories.
Yes, I get to travel freely. I get to do what I want. I do have a really flexible job. So it's like, yes, I have a lot of great aspect of it. You know, does it say that I'm like fully happy about being in the corporate world? I wouldn't say so. I would say I'm grateful and I'm content in it, but I can't say for sure that I'm happy about it, you know?
I do feel like schools and society, they teach our kids to grow up and become employees. And
I know, sad.
Huh?
That's sad.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
Like we're taught to get a degree and to get a job.
Yeah.
And I think that the brainwashing creates this funnel for us to forget that we are not at the mercy of these big corporations, and it makes us scared. I'm guilty. I'm a victim of it.
Yeah.
I want to be an entrepreneur, but I'm scared to make that jump. Scared to make that jump because why? Because they pay me just enough to stay.
Yeah.
Right. It is scary.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a deep admiration for people who are entrepreneurs who are not scared to make that jump because it's something that I can never be. Not yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the majority of people, and you know, my siblings who are younger, they're just at the mercy of corporations, unemployed, sad. Like, you know, yeah, because if you graduated during the COVID,
Yeah.
and you really didn't have an opportunity to get a job, you're kind of stuck and you're thinking, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
My life can't start yet.
Yeah.
That's not true. You could be an entrepreneur. You don't have to wait for a job and just be at the mercy of corporations.
Very true.
But
Very true.
But that's the mentality that we are teaching our kids through schools and through
There's just on this one traditional route.
Yeah. Get
Okay.
your talent, get your degree, get your job to fund your life so you can get a house and get stuck in your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
But we need
Yeah.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
And bravery.
We're not examples of that, but we're saying that you can be.
You can be.
We're trying to be.
You can be. You can be. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Like I said, you know, we've been in the corporate world for many, many years. And, you know, we're all very grateful to actually be in the corporate world and to have the careers that we do have, and also have the flexibility to do what we can, to do what we want outside of our corporate jobs too.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
so nothing to knock on our corporate jobs or anything like that. We're all very grateful
Very
for them.
happy. And
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
Like I said.
We're going to go in tomorrow and we're like, I need to talk to you about something. Hello, I said I was content.
I said I was happy.
I said I was grateful. What more do you want?
I'm sorry.
I love you too. I'm dedicated. Yes. But okay. But anyways, yes. So yes, it's not. We are very grateful for our careers and for where we are in life.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with the corporations that we work for or anything like that. But yes, so we just want to give you insight on the corporate world, some of the things that we've learned just being in it. I hope you got some good information from it. And
I hope it was insightful.
yeah, don't wear shorts to your interview. But aside from that, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you another time. Bye, guys.
Bye.